How's Drew doing after the test the other day?
Drew is, I wouldn't say he's doing great. He's in a boot. I would not say he's doing great. He's in a boot. He has a heel. He won't practice today. He won't be out on the practice field today. Can't tell you if he'd be ready to go right now. So Tommy will get all the reps.
You start Tommy this week?
Yeah,
Assuming,
based on
because
yeah.
you know he's at least going to miss practice then?
Yeah, I'd say he's. I don't see he'll go today. Can't see him going tomorrow. Hopefully Friday we can see whether or not he can end up being a 2 or a 3, but not there yet as of today.
How disruptive is it to your trying to develop any kind of offensive rhythm that it's Tommy, then Drew, Drew, Tommy? Like there's no consistency there.
Yeah, well, that's where we're at. So we got to do a good job of getting these guys ready.
What was the injury? He's healed?
He has a heel. Yeah.
Not his Achilles though.
A heel.
Where are you at cornerback position?
Sorry.
Cornerback.
It's okay. Cornerback. Well, I would say that Drew Phillips won't practice today. Flott will do something. I think Banks is making progress, so he'll do some stuff today.
What about Bobby?
Bobby will not do anything. He'll be inside.
You have to shut him down?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you that right now. I just know he's not doing anything today.
Is there anybody that has an injury that is going to go on IR? Do you know?
No, there's a possibility of that, Dan. There's a possibility.
John running.
He's not. No.
You said last time he's week to week. Is that he's likely to miss this week at this point?
One more time.
Runyon, you said he's
Runyon.
likely week to week.
Yeah.
Didn't look likely for this week.
Yeah, I don't think he'll make this week. No. Could be longer, but I think he's going to make this week.
Any new guys with injuries that won't practice?
Yeah, there is. Newman, he won't practice. He has an ankle. Evan Neal's not going to practice. He has an ankle. Nacho's getting better, but he still won't practice. So those are the guys.
With Neal, is it the same ankle?
It's his right ankle.
Coaches like to say like injuries are part of the game, but is it getting hard to even piece together a team at this point?
Yeah, I mean, look, that's where we're at. So we're going to do a good job of getting these guys ready and make sure they got everything down game plan wise, and go out there and compete as hard as we can.
How about the other tackles, Jermaine and Hubbard?
Yeah, both of those guys will do something today, Dan. Jermaine's made good progress, and Hubbard, he'll do some stuff today. Get a feel for it as it goes on, but probably more optimistic with Jermaine, and I think we'll see where we're at with Hubbard.
Did you hear after the last Ravens game when Lamar Jackson said he made a promise to his mom that he's going to run more from now on?
Look, this guy's one of the best players, not just best quarterbacks, best players in the National Football League. He's dynamic in every facet of the game. If he's running it, then he's not throwing it. If he's throwing, he's not running. I mean, he can do it all. He's really a fun player to watch, not when you're getting ready to play him. He's a dynamic football player.
When you face a player like that, is it easier? I know
Nothing's easy about it.
No, I didn't finish.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, I know nothing's easy, and because of that, because of he carries an embarrassment factor with him. The idea that you don't bring your game against Lamar, and Lamar will make you look silly in this league. And I know there are a lot of players like that, but do you almost notice the guys sit up in their chairs a little bit more? I mean, you don't have to go in and turn on the tape for more than one or two plays to get their attention.
Yeah, I mean, look, this guy's an MVP. Again, I'd say he's one of the best players and best quarterbacks in the league, and he's got a great surrounding cast with him. So we prepare like we do. We watch these guys. You can make a highlight reel with a lot of plays on it with this guy. If he's not running it, he's giving it to Derrick Henry. Flowers, Bateman, the tight ends that they have. It's an explosive team that scores a lot of points, and they're hard to defend.
Do you remember several years ago when he was coming out? You know, he was a little bit polarizing. You know, I mean, he didn't go in the first pick, obviously. Do you remember what you thought of him? Because he was raw, he was a great athlete. Do you remember back then? You know, you were looking at quarterbacks, I'm sure, still.
Yeah, he's a heck of a player. You know, those quarterbacks that are multi-dimensional quarterbacks that can hurt you with your arm and their legs. Those are tough quarterbacks to defend. And there's a number of them that have come out here the last few years that are very difficult to defend. And he's, you know, each year he's played, he's gotten more experience, but he's a extremely gifted individual. He's a headsy player. He's instinctive. The moment's never too big for him. He can make guys miss with his legs. He can scramble for 7, 8, 9 seconds and find guys downfield with his arm. He's very good in the red zone. He's one heck of a quarterback and one heck of a football player.
Considering all the young, maybe inexperienced guys that you have playing on offense and defense due to injuries, do you have to streamline what you do game plan wise?
Yeah, I'd say we do what we think is best each week. And this week it's a challenging opponent on both sides. So our guys, our coaches work extremely hard with these young guys. These young guys, you know, have put in the effort even when they weren't playing. I think some of them did some good things that had an opportunity to, and go out there and do everything you can do.
Do you manage injuries any different at this point in the season? I mean, obviously you're not going to make the playoffs. There's a couple weeks left. Are you more cautious with guys, or is it the same as any other week at this point?
Yeah, if they're hurt, we do, you know, as much as we can to get them ready to play. And if they're ready to go out there and play, we're going to play them. And if they're not, we won't.
What as a guy who designs offenses and tries to get guys open and things like that, what do you make of, you know, you always talk about explosive plays, but it doesn't have to be down the field.
Yeah.
What do you make of your yards after catch, and how do you try to help your players get more of it?
Yeah, I think, look, yards after catch, there's a few things that go with it. One is, you know, the player that you're throwing it to, creating separation and breaking tackles and making guys miss in space. There's obviously design based on what the defense does. Are they a man team? Are they a zone team? Are they a spot drop zone team? Are they a match team? Where you put the players. And then 3 is, you know, ball delivery and ball placement. So if they're running an inside breaking route or a shallow crosser, that the ball is 1 foot in front of them, right on their shoulder, so they can catch and turn. Or you throw it away from a defender so they can turn away from where they're supposed to turn. There's, you know, certain things that go into run after catch, and some are unique. You know, we took a look today at one of them with Chase, where he kind of ran a flat route that was 1 yard, 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He had a turn to catch the ball, and he goes 70. You know, there's some players that have very good run after catch, and then there's some that you have to work with in terms of where they need to turn. But the quarterback has a play in that too, in terms of putting the ball where he needs to put it. So it's all tied in together.
I would think when you guys brought in Wanda, you thought he was a run after catch guy.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that is a short space guy. He's got good speed too. You know, he runs a variety of routes for us, but he's definitely one of those guys that I think has good run after catch.
So why 7 yards a catch? I mean, that's not close to what you would want from him, I would think.
Yeah, look, there's a variety of reasons for it. I got a lot of confidence in Wandell. He's a good football player for us.
Where's Malik physically coming out of the game? Is he limited today, or?
Yeah, he'll do some stuff today. So hopefully he'll just keep progressing.
The hip flexor still an
has
issue
it,
to watch.
Yeah. Yep.
Understanding you have a very full plate as the Giants head coach, do you, when you have no quarterbacks under contract next year, allow yourself to watch any college football on Saturday with an eye towards that? Because what made you think of it is you said a lot of those dual threat quarterbacks have come out in recent years. Have you looked at any dual threat quarterbacks in the future?
No. I mean, my focus is on our football team now. Yeah. I mean, that's not when you're getting ready previous years, you know, in terms of studying guys and draft evaluation, but not now. That's, you know, we have a scouting department and Joe.
Do you feel like there's something that you need to prove to ownership here in the final 4 weeks?
Yeah, we're just trying to get a win.